brand new single from K-Truck. All here on the Moose, this is U92, Music Pioneer. You know, as a kid, at some point in my life, I wanted, as a career, I actually wanted to be a DJ. Like a DJ that you would see at some, like a club or something. And then I grew up and I realized, okay, maybe it's a little unrealistic, but I still was hugely infatuated by music. It's a big passion of mine.
I really fell in love with the kind of editorial process, right? So working over a staff, and you know, even though I was a writer at the time, I was able to kind of sit in the building and see how other editors functioned, and you know, I was like, that's something I want to do.
Playing music for others, like for other people, aside from myself, was something that was interesting to me. Having that opportunity at the radio station was huge for me, at least, and you know, being able to share my love for music, my passion for music to other people is just something that I couldn't turn down.
You walk in, there's posters everywhere. There's like one studio, you walk in, everyone's chilling in this big room. More posters everywhere, like sports guys, news desk. And then you walk through and then there's like, just everything is covered in stickers. And it was just a really cool place to be.
A few years ago, my predecessor started the plan of you know, doing a total gut renovation of this building.
I think there's a lot to figure out, you know, in the future with how we utilize space. I definitely think renovating the building would help. I mean, this is a pretty old building. Not much has changed in here in a long time. We have alum come in here sometimes that have worked at the DA, you know, decades ago, and they're like, wow, nothing has changed. So that can be kind of surprising. In a way, it's a cool thing because alum can come back and kind of reminisce about the days that they were here putting together paper every night.
We're bringing students back in, and something we've heard time and time again is that, you know, they don't necessarily feel like this is a student media building. It feels a little dated because it was built to be a newspaper building. But as media has evolved, as journalism has evolved, and we are now all under one roof, we really have to expand that. And right now our building is not equipped for that. Everyone is essentially upstairs, you know, downstairs people go down there as needed, but for the most part, you know, you've got the radio station in the front, Prospect and Price in the middle, and the DA in the back. And you know, it works for right now, but as we get more and more students involved, we just don't have the room for them, quite honestly. And you know, it doesn't become a place at that point that they want to be because they're just on top of each other.
Student media, especially when it comes to being independent, is so important and significant for campus. In fact, you know, independent student media anywhere in the country is a necessary part of having an informed student body. And the second you give that up, you sacrifice a lot.
The more space we have, the more students we can invite to come in student media, and not just as they're working here, but also as a place for them to come between classes, you know, eat lunch, hang out. This is where they make their friends.
So if we had, you know, another studio for other departments, you know, our sports or news, just aside from us DJs, because we all share that same space.
Making the whole upstairs and the whole front area the main studio for the radio station. You know, students could walk by and look in and see a DJ playing music or doing a show, and you can hear that as you walk by. There are speakers outside.
There's always more to be done, and any support we can get from them is super helpful, even just like getting the word out that we exist and we're here.
You know, you see all this development around campus, it's a question of whether you know, student media is being invested in.
It draws people in and helps us reach that goal of people knowing that we're here and knowing who we are, and being an inviting place for students too.
You know, we should continue to support independent student media going forward.